A very good morning, class. We began with the commercial bank. We saw that what are the two basic functions which a commercial bank performs. The two very essential functions which a commercial bank performs is, the first one is acceptance of deposit. Acceptance of deposits. First essential function is acceptance of deposits, and the second essential function is lending. Bank does not accept the deposit for keeping it idle, but rather the moment they accept the deposit, they lend it to the persons who are in need. Now, who are the persons who actually require the money, who go to a bank and ask for money? It's basically the main criteria comes to the business class. Business class are the persons who actually visit to a bank and ask for the loans. And bank is ready and happy to help them out. Okay, the reasons basically why bank is happy to help the business class, the moment a fund is given to a business class, that fund will be invested in business. The moment the business flourishes, there are opportunities of employment. There are opportunities of best utilization of the raw materials. There are opportunities of fixation of profits for different personals, land, labor, capital, differentiate. So everywhere the cycle of growth starts the moment an investment is made into a business. That is why bank is more happy to help the business class. Apart from the business class, there are some other loans that a bank entertains. Like for example, we have a house loan or home loan, we call it. Then we have a personal loan. Then we have a vehicle loan. So all these type of loan are different modes of loans are there, which apart from the main heading is business loan. Apart from that, there are some other criteria, there are some other forms of loan which a bank entertains. Okay, and all these loans are meant to uplift the status of an individual, uplift the status of the business. So we'll talk about the basic two functions, that is acceptance of deposit and lending. Now, the main question is, how is a commercial bank different from a central bank? Yesterday I gave you some names. I hope everyone remembers. I gave you some name of the banks over here. State Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, Bank of India, Jharkhand Rajya Gramin Bank, Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, Nawad Bank, Central Bank, that is the Reserve Bank of India. And I asked you all to find out which is a commercial bank. Okay, so you could not differentiate between a commercial bank and a central bank. So before we understand the concept of commercial bank, it is important to understand how it is different from a central bank. How is the commercial bank different from a central bank or Reserve Bank of India? The first and foremost thing that you must keep in mind, every country has one central bank. That is the main bank, and that in our country it is Reserve Bank of India. So what is the distinction? One by one I'll take the points. The first point of distinction is there can be one central bank in one country, whereas there is no limitation for commercial bank. N number of commercial banks can be there in a country. But as far as number of central bank is concerned, it should be one. The first distinction is number. Number means that there can be one central bank in a country and there can be n number of commercial banks in a country. Second is central bank is said to be a planning body. Central bank is said to be a planning body, whereas commercial bank is said to be a implementing body. Central bank is said to be a planning body, means it plans, formulates, frames rules and regulations for other banks, whereas other bank means commercial banks. So commercial banks implements all the rules which are framed by Reserve Bank of India. Third is public dealings. Central bank does not involve itself in public dealings. You must have never have heard about that I have account in Reserve Bank of India. That so and so person has account in Reserve Bank of India. You must have heard that they have been saying that I have account in the State Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, Bank of India, Axis Bank, Union Bank. But they never say that I have an account in Central Bank of India. So Central Bank of India does not involve itself in public dealings. There is no public dealing with Central Bank. Whereas commercial bank is bound to deal with public. They are meant to deal with the public only. Okay. Fourth point of distinction is monopoly. Central bank has a monopoly of note issue. The notes which are issued by the consent of the central bank only, whereas there is no role of commercial bank in it. Commercial bank just focuses on or just works on the rules and regulations which are framed by the central bank. So monopoly of note issue relies with the central bank only. The fifth point is forex or foreign exchange. Forex, in short we call it, foreign exchange or foreign transactions are done with the consent of Reserve Bank of India only. Whereas in case of commercial bank, they are the helping hands to the Reserve Bank of India. They just help on whatever the command is issued by the central bank. Next point is Central bank is said to be bankers' bank. Central bank is said to be bankers' bank. Now, bankers' bank means all the commercial banks which are operating in a country. All the commercial banks which are operating in a country. I just would like to remind you all what is commercial bank over here. Public bank, that is government bank, private bank, foreign bank, Grameen bank. All these fall under the criteria of commercial banks. Okay, so central bank is said to be bankers' bank. That means it is the main in charge or main person, key person who looks after every other bank. That is commercial bank. Public bank, private bank, government bank, private bank, Grameen bank, then you have agricultural bank. All these banks are looked upon by central bank. That is why it is called as bankers' bank. Bankers' bank. So these are the main headings or main distinctions between a central bank and a commercial bank. This is very important from the examination point of view. Every year, short question comes, what is the distinction between a central bank and a commercial bank? So you need to remember this, you need to learn this. In the next class, we will talk about the types of deposits. What are the types of deposits? You can just go through the book and just read upon what are the types of deposits, like what is the current account, what is the saving account, what is the fixed deposit, what is the recurring deposits, what are demand deposits. All these terms should be clear to you all. Then only you will come to know what are the different types of deposits. Okay, so class, I hope things are clear to all. If you have any doubts, do clarify in the next class. And one more reminder that tomorrow we have a class test of money chapter. To make sure that you be present at the given time, that is 7:30 in the evening, and prepare accordingly. Thank you, class.